Alright, welcome back to another video. We're going to talk about Pilot Edge. So Pilot Edge is going to be the software used to practice air traffic control procedures and radio comms in the sim. So we're picking up from where we were on our last time. Right now we're currently in the MOA. We're going to use FS flight control to reposition back to Randolph. So here we are. So we're sitting on the end of the runway, and I'm going to change the view really quickly. View, change view, cockpit, onboard chase plane. Okay, and we're going to zoom in right here on the airplane. So what we're going to do is go to the bottom left Windows section. We're going to click on the window and type in Pilot Edge. Sometimes it shows up as Pilot Client. Just type in Pilot and it should show up. It's this one with the little blue airplane in the circle. Press Enter, open it up. It says a new version is available in this case, and in general, if you don't know what the download is or what it does or doesn't do, then just ask somebody on the tech team before you click yes or no. I know that this one you just want to click no to. Then you're going to press OK. Don't worry about what it says because you're probably not going to see that. And then this is what shows up. So this is the Pilot web client. So what I'm going to do to begin is I'm going to ensure that my settings are configured. So I'm going to go to the bottom right of the screen and I'm going to find the Pilot Edge client. It's the little blue circle. I found it right here. I'm going to right click on it, go to settings, and make sure that the email address and password are in. When you click connect later, after we're done setting everything up, this is what it's going to use to basically talk to the server and make sure you're allowed to be on. And this is like a civilian service, like it's very expensive, and so that's how they kind of verify that you're on and like authorize users. So make sure that this is in. Then you're going to go to audio. You're going to select your microphone device. In this case, we're using the Logitech USB headset, and then we're also using the Samsung high definition TV or whatever. So we're going to use the TV. Okay. Now the final thing is I'm going to go to the push to talk section and make sure that the push to talk assignment is correct. So in this case it's D0, which is going to be on your PCL. It's going to be in the same position that your actual frequency key is, but I'm not sure if they fixed it or not, but it used to be in order to talk on Victor, which in the T6 is down, you'd have to go up. So there's a little bit of negative transfer there. I think they've since fixed it. So now it doesn't matter which direction you push it, the actual physical button in, it's going to talk on Victor because the uniform doesn't work. So we'll map it to make sure that it's mapped to the down position. So I'll press Set New Key or button and then push down on it. You kind of have to click it and then immediately push down. Otherwise, if you just click it, sometimes it does a random button. So just click it, push down, and then it gets D0. Other than that, those three things, you just press Apply. Now your settings are configured, press OK. And the next thing you need to do is go to Flight Plan. So usually it'll be logged in, and it takes you to the Flight Plan page. So even if you're planning on just doing patterns, the same way that you always will have a flight plan when you fly, for the most part, military, you're going to want to put in your you're going to have to file a flight plan. So they like to have it because it notifies them that someone's coming into the game. That's really the only reason you need to do it. So you don't need to be too thorough with what your plan is. We're going to be slant alpha. We'll do 200 because we're going to stay in the pattern. Put in Randolph to Randolph at 3000. Route of flight is going to be patterns. And then remarks, we'll just do NA. So pretty quick. It's not a very thorough flight plan, but what we'll do is say using custom weather. What custom weather means, because obviously if everyone in the simulator is kind of coming and practicing their own thing, they might be using different weather to practice different scenarios. So by clicking custom weather, you're basically just saying, hey, I'm checking in with information Zulu, letting the controller know that you're not using the real-time weather. Otherwise, they're going to give you altimeter settings and expect you to adhere to clearances that have to do with the weather, real-time weather. So I'll click using custom weather. Don't worry about pilot rating, and I'll click File Flight Plan. Up here, make sure you get the successfully filed message, and then the most important part is making sure that you use your call sign, and you'll have a list of authorized call signs. Now I'll go to the connect button. I'll type in my call sign, text in 20, type code will be text2, and then I'll click connect. It should run some script that tells you you're logged in and connected. This is a good sign. I'll go to mode C. This is your transponder, because the transponder in the jet doesn't work. So from here we can minimize it. And now we are logged into the pilot client. So the first thing that we'll want to do, check in on the radio and see if they can hear us. So we'll do that with a radio check. Alright, 120.5, that's right. Alright, so I'm on 120.5 on my Victor, that's right here. I'm going to push down on the mic key, and then I'm going to do a radio check. So we'll see if they hear us. Hangover Tower, text in 20 radio check.
Text in 20, Hangover Tower, how's your loud and clear, how many?
Loud and clear. So I've established radio comms. That means that they can see me. I can hear them. So anyways, that is Pilot Edge. That's how you set it up. And as a general rule of thumb, they don't really like it when you spawn on the runway, because they do like it to be as realistic and professional as possible. So even if you spawn on the hammerhead, get your clearance on the hammerhead, get your taxi instructions to the hammerhead, and then call for takeoff clearance from the same position. They prefer you to do the full procedure rather than just spawning on the runway and taking off. But we're the only ones on here today, so usually they can be lenient with it. They just prefer if you do it by the procedure.